Shame on you, Sallie Mae, for acting like Acorn. Sallie Mae has engaged in predatory lending against my daughter, Jasmine Jackson. About 7 months ago, almost 9 months ago now, we've notified Sallie Mae of a situation that was committed in a fraudulent, deceptive, coercive way. My daughter was just getting out of high school and was asked to be in a referral for a parent lady named Tina Bale through a Sallie Mae loan application. We found out that the lady actually deceived my daughter and signed it as an endorser. And once we realized and we reported that immediately, Sallie Mae had told us to contact Wachovia Bank, Ed Funds, USA Funds, and California Student Aid Society. Over a 7-month period, we've been doing this, following their guidance. After 7 months, we found out that there was no loan. Neither one of those banks said they had a loan, and they gave it to us in written correspondence. Wachovia Bank, California Student Aid, USA Funds, and Ed Funds gave us the documents in writing saying that they had no loan with Jasmine on it. So when Sallie Mae really found out about this 7 months later, after giving us the runaround, Sallie Mae had told us that they was going to resolve Jasmine of this matter once we notified the banks and reported this. When the banks said that they had no loan with Jasmine on as an endorser, Sallie Mae in Sallie Mae fraud department, Dennis Smith, he was in direct contact with him. He told us that he was going to get this matter resolved once that's done. Once he realized there was no loans out there with Jasmine on it, all they had was an application that we reported that was done in a fraudulent way. Sallie Mae, when they realized it a month ago, they decided they was not. Dennis Smith decided he wasn't going to resolve this. I don't know what their processes is, but to me, they're using government documents as a private company to act in this manner. There's no loan out there that's approved by a financial institution, yet they got a document that they're trying to run through their system to say, Jasmine, you're going to still be responsible, even though that document was done in a fraudulent way. This private company should not be using government documents to be able to take advantage of consumers that way, especially in a high school student that didn't have no credit report, a part-time job, and they couldn't get it approved through a 40-year-old person that was trying to get a loan for her daughter, a student loan or whatever type of loans for her daughter, that she couldn't get approved on her own accord. They're going to go to a high school student and coerce them to be a referral, which was an endorser. Sallie Mae, you should be ashamed of yourself to even allow something like this to happen. And then once it's reported to you, you should be ashamed of yourself not to resolve this. Dennis Smith's exact words to me was, Mr. Jackson, once he realized this happened, he said, Mr. Jackson, why are you talking to us about this? Why ain't your daughter Jasmine talking to us about this? I said, okay, here's Jasmine. This was a month ago. And when he said, his exact words to me was, I don't need to speak to Jasmine Jackson. I don't want to talk to Jasmine Jackson. And I said, well, what are you talking about? This is the one that's making the complaint. He did not even talk to the person making the complaint. This person represents Sallie Mae, a private company moving government documents to consumers, is gonna try to do a report and an investigation in this way. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm a military veteran that worked for 20 years serving my country, and I got to watch a company out there take advantage of consumers this way. I don't understand that. So that's why we're making this videotape, because we've contacted attorneys. You know, they telling us it's going to cost $30,000 to take them to court. So now we got to figure out if we're going to go and sue Sallie Mae to get the $30,000 to try to deal with this issue and try to get this matter resolved. We have a court date set for March of next year, and then we're still going to have to travel to these different states of Pennsylvania and Florida to go to Sallie Mae office to try to get this matter resolved. So first, we decided we want to make this videotape to make the public, because I don't know who else Sallie Mae has done this to. But I do know that what they're doing is wrong. If all the banks out there that you sent these loans to, and they said they do have loans with this person, but they don't have Jasmine on it, that's a clue to you that Jasmine ain't a part of this process. Particularly when she had that one document you do have that was signed up that we reported in a coercive way. That you should know that that document was fraudulent. After all these investigations, everybody knows it's fraudulent. You even know it's fraudulent based on the facts that have been presented to you. And for you not to take action to protect the consumer, you shouldn't be representing the government in any way, or any government documents that way. That's a shame that you would do that.
Well, Sallie Mae, since you didn't want to interview me in September, this is my story. My name is Jasmine Jackson, and about a year ago, a high school friend of mine, Jeray Bell, called me and asked me to be a referral for her school. Trusting her as a friend, I gave her my information over the phone, and then she told me she would meet me later that day to sign the paperwork. So the paper that I signed said endorser, so basically Tina Bell, Jeray's mother, and Jeray had coerced me into signing what is now a $30,000 student loan. after I had found out what had really happened, I called Jeray Bell and told her what was going on, and her and her mother didn't seem like they wanted to resolve the matter. So that's when I called Sallie Mae and filed my formal complaint.
And one of the other reasons I'm making this, because I don't know what Sallie Mae is doing against other people like this, but I don't know if they could take a homeless person or anything. I don't know. Freddie Mae went through a similar process recently, taking advantage of consumers in the mortgage industry. It looks like Sallie Mae is starting to do this with these student loan industries. Who else are they going to do like this? Or who else have they done like this? This is why I'm sending it to the media to find out exactly what Sallie Mae is doing, because they definitely have done it to one family here in California.